there are things that get put into ordinances that are not necessarily voted on by the people that it affects. And so therefore, we often have to find help so that we have support out there to go and fight for our rights in the government to make sure that our rights are protected.
Getting to meet the people who are defending the Constitution in the court, and they're defending it on the ideological level, and they're defending it on the grassroots, and they're defending it in Washington, D.C., and they're defending it at the state level. Being able to ask them how they're dealing with some of the same issues that we're dealing with is what I took most of the way so far. I mean, from this trip, getting insight into the people who are in that battle every day that we face too at some level is something you can't really replace, because you're seeing what works.
For me, it was, I mean, I've studied the Constitution a lot this year in school civics courses and through participating in the Constituting America We the Future competition. But it was inspiring, maybe not inspiring, but almost surprising to me how, when we were talking to the litigants who are in the courts defending the Constitution, how often the battles defending the Constitution are still fought. You know, I mean, it's a document that we're still trying to protect and we're still trying to preserve. And while there has been a lot of effort made to secure the ideals that it presents into the fabric of our country, it's still a battle, and it's still one that we have to continue to fight. It's not, you know, if it's kind of like running up the down escalator, you know? if we just sit there, things are going to go downhill, but we have to make that extra effort to fight for the Constitution and for its ideals and principles.
I think what was most surprising to me about this trip, I probably knew this at some level, but that so many people didn't learn about the Constitution and the history of our government when they were in school, because I learned about it when I was in school, and at my university, every student is required to take a class in the federal government. So to me, it just seemed like everyone would, but I learned that that's not the case, and I think that might be part of the reason that there's such a complacency when the government does try to overstep its bounds, is that maybe people don't realize that what is happening is not what's supposed to be happening and is not what's correct.
One thing that I learned from this trip was a little fun fact that Janine told me, was that the difference between a democracy and a republic is that a democracy, we would all have to come together and vote on every little thing, like street lights, like when we're putting in new street lights or something like that. And then like a republic is like when we vote for someone and then we have them make the decisions for us. So, yeah.